This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes for other learners to join and then we'll start our discussion. 2 minutes we'll wait and then we'll start our discussion, guys. Thank you.
Sure. Good morning, everyone.
Once again, hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions. Myself, Saravanan Srinivasan. So I'm going to take you through this entire journey of AppDynamics APM tool. So what we will do today, we'll set the agenda like this. First, we will look into the course content and we will take the questions first because each and every learners will have their own expectations. So we'll take the questions from each and every one of you, and based on that, if we feel like any new content has to be added, so we can take it forward. Okay, so with that understanding, yes, I'll quickly show you the course content. We'll discuss on the course content, and then wherever you feel like you need certain clarity, please stop me at any point of time and ask your question, get the clarity, and then we'll move to the next topic. Okay, so I encourage each and every one of you for asking the question. Before to that, I'll little brief myself. I have close to 15 years of experience in this field. uh, I know tools like AppDynamics, Dynatrace, Neuralink, Datadog, and I also know performance testing tools like LoadRunner, Jmeter, Neoload, Performance Center. So I have experience in working with multiple customers, multiple technology, multiple verticals. So with that knowledge and experience, we are going to learn this AppDynamics tool. So while we are learning, we are going to learn the industry best practices, how people are using these tools, and interview related questions, how in real world you have to take it forward. All those things we are going to discuss, guys. Okay. Without wasting further time, we will go into the course content. We will discuss on what are all the course topic that we are going to learn as part of this APM tool learn. So first of all, we are going to set the context because right now that is actually missing. First, we should have the clarity, right? What is APM tool? APM tool is nothing but application performance monitoring or application performance management tool, right? So that understanding we will get it first, because right now In industry, lot of tools are there. Say like profiling tools are there, performance testing tools are there, APM tools are there, or single user uh, um, uh, performance measurement tools are there, or infrastructure monitoring tools are there, DB profiling tools are there. Like that, you have different tools that are available in the market. Okay, in that, why we have to learn APM tool? That understanding is very much important, right? Because if you are learning each and every tool, or if you are learning this tool, what you are going to get the benefit, that differentiation you should understand. So that is the reason I'm saying setting the context. Right now we should understand APM tools means what. Okay, that understanding we have to get it. So that is what we are going to learn in the initial topic. And then why APM tools are important. Okay, instead of learning this tool, if you are learning different other tool, okay, say like profiling tool, or infrastructure tool, or front end monitoring tool, like that, instead of learning different other tool, if you are learning this tool in a single place, how you are going to get the different matrices, that importance we have to understand. Say like, if you are a developer, or if you are a performance tester, or if you are a performance engineer, if you are a system support engineer, in your day in day out, how this tool is actually going to help you. Okay, if you are doing a traditional work, in what way you are going to get the benefit, all those things we are going to discuss. And then straight away we are going into the introduction part of AppDynamics. Okay, and then deployment model. So say like what are all the ways you can get this tool, on premises model or SaaS model. SaaS nothing but software as a service. Okay, on premises model, what are all the benefits? SaaS model, what are all the benefits? On premises model, who will prefer? SaaS model, who will prefer? If you are using SaaS model, in what way you are going to access this application? If you are using on-premises model, how you are going to do that? So all those discussions that we are going to have it in the deployment model section. Deployment model section. Okay, basically we will look into the simple architecture of this application. If you are planning to introduce this to your organization, okay, say like you are going to promote this tool to your organization, your to your customer. So basically you should know certain information, right? Because without knowing about the tool, you cannot propose to the customer. So that is also we are going to discuss. Because whenever you are introducing this kind of a tool to your customer will expect a lot of things, right? I mean, in what way you are going to benefit them, if they are implementing in their organization, what are all the things that you will provide to them with respect to real user monitoring, with respect to synthetic monitoring, with respect to DB monitoring, with respect to infra monitoring, with respect to application monitoring. Like that, you need to educate the customer. So for that, we have to know what is actually happening in these tools, right? So that understanding we are going to have it during this explanation. And then, so I'll tell you, maybe I'll draw a picture and then I'll explain this. So say like you have your application server, or you have your DB server, okay, or your the web server component, okay, web server, app server, DB server, like that. Okay, all these are actually your servers. Okay, all your servers. So not only this tool, I would say every APM tools are actually working in the same fashion only. Okay, but AppDynamics, in what way it is actually working? Okay, say AppDynamics is actually having different type of agents. What are all the type of agents that are there? Application agent, application agent, machine agent, database agent, user experience agent. So you have different agents that are available: application agent, machine agent, database agent, user experience agent. Okay, user experience agent. So say like your application is actually a Java application. Your application is actually a Java application. What will you do? You will configure that agent in the application server. Okay, Java agent basically you will configure. Java agent basically you will configure. So the functionality of Java agent is what? It will capture all your Java related, your application server related information. It will capture, and that will be sent to where? It will send to the your account. It may be SaaS account or it may be on-premises account. What they are going to do? Say an example, AppDynamics screen. Okay, AppDynamics screen. You are going to see all the information. Okay, so this is one simple example of your application agent. So your application agent, what are all the agents are there? Actually saying Java agent is there, .NET agent is there, Python agent is there, Node.js agent is there. Like that you have certain application agents that are there. That application agent will collect the data and then it will send the data to your either your AppDynamics SaaS account or AppDynamics on-premises account. Okay, that is one thing. Machine agent means what? Say like in each of these servers, okay, each of these servers, it may be web server, app server, DB server, any server. In each of this server, what you are going to do? You are going to configure this machine agent. You are going to configure this machine agent. So what is the functionality of the machine agent? What this machine agent will do? This machine agent will collect what? It will collect CPU utilization, memory utilization, disk utilization, network utilization. All these matrices are actually captured by what? Machine agent. We're going to configure machine agent. Machine agent, or you call that a server agent, whatever. But you are going to get what? Infrastructure related information. Infrastructure. What is that infrastructure in related information? Your CPU utilization, your memory utilization, your disk utilization, your network utilization. All those information you are going to get it by configuring the machine agent. By configuring the machine agent. So what your machine agent is actually going to do? It will collect the data and it will send the data to your what? It will send the data to your AppDynamics. It will send the data to your AppDynamics. So what is your third agent type? The third agent type is actually called as database agent. Database agent. So say like database agent. So in database agent, okay, database agent example. Okay, database agent. So database agent means what? Your MySQL DB, MongoDB, whatever the DB that are there, right? That DB you are going to monitor it using the database agent. You are going to configure it. Actually saying when you are configuring the database agent, you don't really require to separately configure a machine agent, because database agent is actually having the capability to monitor the infrastructure. Okay, don't worry, during our regular session I'll explain how it is actually happening, how the data is all coming, all those things we'll discuss. But right now, for a high level understanding, I'm saying whenever you are configuring the database agent, machine agent you don't want to separately configure, because database agent is actually having the capability to monitor the infrastructure also. Okay, then what is that final agent? Final agent is actually what? Your user experience agent. User experience agent. Okay, user experience agent. User experience means what? You are going to do a real user monitoring. I mean, browser level monitoring you are trying to do. It means You are going to use the concept of what? User experience agent. User experience agent you are using for browser related data, front end related data. So now what we are actually understanding here, there are agent configuration you have to do it. That functionality of the agent is what? Collecting the data and sending the data to your AppDynamics account. Sending the data to your AppDynamics account. In AppDynamics account, what you are going to do? You are going to analyze it, understand if there is any problem. You are going to report it to the respective team. So that is the reason I told you you can learn this tool, this APM tool, so that you don't want to separately learn different tools. This one tool is actually sufficient to identify the problem, and then you can report it to the respective team. I'll take a pause here. Any question guys till now? Yeah. So whatever I showed in this picture, right? This picture, whatever application agent, machine agent, database agent, user experience agent, like that I showed, right? So what we are going to learn, what we are going to learn in this learning, this course content, what we are going to learn? Yes, we are going to learn all these things. We are going to learn all these things. What are all the things that is planned? Okay, actually what we are going to plan or what we are going to learn. So in this application agent, what we will learn about Java agent, we will learn about Node.js agent. Two flavor of application agent we are going to learn. Two flavor of application agent we are going to learn practically, real time. What we are going to do, we are going to do this. How we are going to do this? I am going to show you configuration of agent. Configuration of agent. First of all, we are going to learn the configuration of agent. That is very important. In real time also, you should know that, right? So configuration of agent, how to configure in your app server, how to configure these agent in your app server. We are going to learn that. We are going to learn that. And once you are configuring the agent, what we are expecting, the data should come to AppDynamics. Okay, we are bringing the data to AppDynamics. Once the data available in AppDynamics, what we are going to do? We are going to analyze the metric. We are going to analyze the metric. So how we are going to analyze it? Yes, there are steps that are there, tips and tricks that are there. We are going to learn that. Okay. And then we are going to, if there is any problem, we are going to report it to the respective team. We are going to report it to the respective team, application team. We are going to inform it. So similarly, okay, application agent I told you, right? Similarly, machine agent. Machine agent. So in machine agent, what are all the things we are going to learn? Windows flavor of the machine agent, Linux flavor of the machine agent, we are going to learn. We are going to learn Windows flavor of the machine agent, Linux flavor of the machine agent. Here also what we are going to do, we are going to configure the agent. Once you are configuring the agent, what will happen? You are going to collect the information. Windows infrastructure and also Linux infrastructure metric, you are going to collect it. And you are going to investigate it. Is there any problem in your CPU utilization? Is there any problem in your memory utilization, disk utilization, network utilization? Like that, we are going to learn, understand the metrics. And then the next one is what? We are going to learn about database agent. Database agent. In that, what we are going to learn? We are going to learn about MySQLDB. MySQLDB. And then MongoDB. MySQLDB, MongoDB. Here also we are learning two flavors. MySQLDB one flavor, MongoDB one flavor. Here also what we are going to do, we are going to learn about how to configure the database agent into the database, and if you are creating the traffic in the database, what is actually happening, how the data is actually coming to AppDynamics, how we are going to do the investigation like that. We are going to learn from each and every layer. We are going to learn from each and every layer. And finally, what we are going to learn, user experience agent. User experience agent. User experience agent means what? You are going to configure this user experience agent into the browser, okay, your HTML components, so that when you are loading your application in the browser, how your application is actually loading in the browser, what is happening to the components, what is actually happening to your CSS, JavaScript, all PNG, JPEG, all those files, how it is actually loading in the browser. That learning we are going to have it. That learning we are going to have it. So if you summarize all in all what's actually happening, we are going to learn about two flavor of application agent, two flavor of machine agent, two flavor of database agent, and then we are going to configure the user experience agent, and we are going to learn about how the components that are loading into the browser like that we are going to learn, guys. We are going to learn. I'll take a pause here. Any question, guys? Still no? Anybody have any question?
Hi, my name is Rajesh. Here I have a doubt, especially in this particular slide. Actually, you said we have a different kinds of agents to be installed in the different servers, right? Like application agent, machine agent, database agent, user experience agent. So out of these agent, once we install those agents into the respective servers, so what kind of metrics will be collected? Like, for example, if you want to collect CPU, metric, memory, network, disk things. So if you want to collect these kind of metrics, so obviously we need to go to the machine agent to do it, right?
So actually saying, thanks for your question, Rajesh. So actually saying, there are tabs that are available. Okay, there are tabs that are available in AppDynamics. Application agent. There is a tab called application tab. There is a tab called server tab. There is a tab called database tab, and then user experience tab. Okay, maybe instead of telling it, I'll show you. Okay, this is how it will be there. Okay, so application tab, user experience tab, database tab, and then server tab. Okay, so in each and every tab, because you are configuring the agents, right? Because you are configuring the agents, right? The functionality of agent is actually collecting the data and bringing the data to AppDynamics. So in each and every tab, you are going to have the respective metrics: application related, database related, browser related, infrastructure related, like that. Every metric will be there. So if you feel like, okay, I feel like something I need to investigate it from the application side, database side, infrastructure side, means you are going to each and every tab, and then you are going to start your investigation. So what I am going to explain in this session, I am going to tell you how we are going to do the investigation basically. Okay, application agent means there is a concept called call graph. Okay, call graph. So call graph, how we are going to do this? Call graph means what? Partial call graph means what, like that we are going to discuss in the application agent. Machine agent, what we are going to do? CPU level, memory level, disk level, network utilization level, like that. Each and every graph we are going to analyze it. Database, what you are going to do? In database, query execution time, and also your database level infrastructure metric you are going to monitor. And then user experience agent, what we are going to do? User experience agent means what? You are going to see how your application is actually loading in browser. Is it actually taking time in the front end or what? So you are going to see the browser loading time, right? That you are going to validate it in the user experience tab. So if you summarize it, yes, some response time, error related, exception related things you are going to validate it in the app agent. CPU, memory, disk, network, you are going to validate it in the server agent. And then query execution time, and then infrastructure metric in the database agent. And then front end browser level loading, that you are going to validate it in the user experience agent. This is how you are going to investigate it in each and every tab, Rajesh.
Yeah, actually, by answering your question, actually, I see that as a performance tester, we used to configure this machine agent, database agent, and the user experience agent, right? After these only we'll be collecting the metrics, right?
Even
Application
application
agent, I don't.
No,
Okay,
even
okay,
application agent. Application agent
okay.
also will give you an idea how your
Okay.
services are interacting. How your services are interacting. While interacting, how much of time it is actually taking between the services. Say like your application talks to database means how the communication is actually happening, how much time it is actually taking, and individually you wanted to do the investigation of that service level timing also you can do it. That is what this call graph and partial call graph. I mean, say like you are taking 7 seconds or 8 seconds, so that you wanted to analyze it why the 7 seconds is actually taken, where it is actually taken. So you will do the call graph and partial call graph analysis. So all those investigations that are happening in the application agent. So all agents performance testers will use, Rajesh.
Yeah, got it, got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So basically, what I did it right now, I set the context. Okay, I mean, in a nutshell, we covered like what I am going to do in these days. Okay, all the training days, what we are going to learn. Now we will go into the details of it. So look at here, we have the application agent. Okay, in that I'm going to show you Apache Tomcat server deployed application. So we will be providing the sample applications and all. Okay, we will provide the sample applications, how to set up the sample application, all those things we'll explain. Okay, so which means that Apache Tomcat server configuration deployment will show, and then how we are going to configure these agents. When you are configuring the application agent, you are going to validate application dashboard, business transaction, service endpoints, tier level, node level understanding, how you are going to analyze the memory, how you are going to analyze your JVM, and then how you are going to troubleshoot it. I mean, through the war room effect, how you are going to troubleshoot it. That also we are going to learn. So all these things are actually your Java. I mean, Java agent. Java agent configuration we are discussing in this section. And similar set of activity that you can do it in where? Node.js. So I'm going to share the Java application separately and then Node.js application separately. And I'm going to explain how to set up the Java application separately, how to set up the Node.js application separately. And I'm also going to explain how to set up the Java agent, how to set up the Node.js agent. All those things we are going to discuss in a detailed way. While explaining this, yes, we are going to discuss about the interview related questions also. I mean, during interview, what are all the regular questions people will ask, or whenever somebody is actually asking about AppDynamics, in what way we have to answer. All those things we are going to discuss in the regular sessions. Okay. Similarly, server agent. So here only I told you are going to learn about a Windows agent and also a Linux agent. Windows agent and also a Linux agent. Okay. So two flavors we are going to learn with respect to the infrastructure. And database agent. So database agent, MySQL database agent, and how you are doing the hardware monitoring. Just now I told you, your database agent, if you are configuring, you don't want to separately configure a machine agent, right? So how database agent is actually going to monitor the infrastructure, hardware. Okay. So that also we are going to discuss. And then the second agent is actually MongoDB. So here also I am going to explain how MySQL DB you are going to monitor your DB agent, and how in MongoDB you are going to configure the agent, like that you are going to discuss. Okay, and then user experience agent. So there are two famous modern trend. Okay, I mean, everybody started talking about real user monitoring and synthetic monitoring nowadays. So real user monitoring means when a real user is actually accessing the application, you are monitoring the data, that is actually called as real user monitoring. Synthetic monitoring means it is kind of a automatic job. It is kind of an automatic job that you are creating periodically, or over the period of time your automatic job will execute and it will say your application is actually up and running or what. Basically synthetic monitoring is nothing but availability check. Availability, I mean that particular application is actually available or what, that validation if you wanted to do, you can create a synthetic monitor. Even this itself a interview question. Okay, this itself an interview question. People will ask, what is real user monitoring, what is synthetic monitoring, like that people will ask. So in that case you can explain them in a detailed way, like real user monitoring means this is what is actually happening. In synthetic monitoring, this is what is actually happening, like that you can explain to them.
Hey,
And
hey, hey, I just missed
yes,
it. Can you repeat one more time? So what's the difference between synthetic monitoring and real user monitoring?
yeah, so real user monitoring means either you, me, somebody manually you are accessing the application, right? Traversing in the screens. Okay, screen 1 to screen 2, like that you are traversing, right? So that is actually real user monitoring. When the real user access the application, that time you are monitoring your application, means that is actually real user monitoring. Okay, real user traffic. That real user traffic if you are monitoring, that is actually called as uh, real user monitoring. Synthetic means it is like a automatic. You are going to create kind of a flow, or page launching job in AppDynamics. Say like www.amazon.com, I'm going to validate from so and so location using so and so browser. Okay, so what you can do, you can automatically, it will test it, right? You, over the period you are going to test it. It will launch that application from so and so location, so and so browser automatically. That is actually called a synthetic. Synthetic is nothing but you are not doing anything, the human is not doing anything. Maybe the job creation is actually done by the human, but the launching, measurements, monitoring things are all automatic. That is a synthetically creating traffic. You are not doing anything, the synthetic job is actually running. That job is actually measuring in order to launch this website, what is actually happening. Basically it's actually availability test only. So if the website is not launching, which means that website is down. The website is actually launching, yes, this application is actually available for 100% of time. Availability is actually 100%, right? So basically synthetic monitoring is purely on the availability check. You are going to automatically run the job. That job will monitor your application. But in the case of real user monitoring, a real user will access the application and they will monitor it. You're able to understand?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So don't worry, all these things are actually practically we are going to learn during our regular session. I'm going to explain each and everything practically, and so that you guys will understand. Okay, this is what is actually happening in the real time. What customers are expecting. Okay, with respect to the browser level metric. Okay, why we are actually going for this kind of a monitoring? Why not this can be achieved using the performance testing tool itself, like that and all we are going to discuss in the real time. We are going to discuss about all these things, because now after I'm saying this, no, now you guys should think about one thing. Performance testing tools, they are not providing the browser loading, rendering things and all, right? Like web, I'm talking about web HTTP HTML protocol. Okay, so it is actually providing the HTTP level response time, server level response time. Okay, so in that case, say like customers are very much interested to see your application loading in browser, what is actually happening, how much of time it is actually taking in the browser. So that level of understanding, if you wanted to provide it, what you can do, you can use the real user monitoring, because your performance testing tool is not having the capability to provide that. And it is not the true representation also. Okay, say like if you are trying to use a protocol called true client protocol also, it is not the true representation of what we are actually expecting. So in that case, what you can do, you can use the concept of real user monitoring. So this real user monitoring is actually going to provide you, whenever you are launching your application in the browser, how much of a time it is actually taking. Okay, it's a complete response time, full stack response time. Okay, so that is the reason we are moving into these concepts like real user monitoring and synthetic monitoring. And um, your AppDynamics tool is actually having a alerting capability. Alerting. What is alerting capability? Say like over the period of time you are monitoring your application, at one point of time your application is actually breaching certain metric. Your response time is not within the range. Your error or exception which is not in the range, or your CPU utilization is not within the range, your memory utilization is not within the range. So there is a problem. There is a problem. Some metric is actually breached. So in that case, how you are going to report that issue to the end user? Okay, the end user should get that notification, right? That there is a problem. So that notification is also available. Okay, that we are going to learn in this topic, and we are also going to learn about a concept called thread dump analysis. Everybody is expecting to learn about heap dump and thread dump. So in our course journey, we are going to learn about both the things. Heap dump means what? Thread dump means what? Even I am going to explain about garbage collection means what? Garbage collection. Okay, three very important topic we are going to learn in this thing. Heap dump means what? Thread dump means what? Garbage collection analysis means what? Three things we are going to learn. Okay, and then I'm also going to explain how to create a dashboard, how to create a dashboard and how to create a report. Okay, so in a single dashboard, how you are going to accumulate or understand different layer of metrics we are going to learn. And we are also going to already told you, we are going to discuss about a issue debugging concept called call graph. So that also we are going to learn. And in AppDynamics there is a concept called metric browser. Metric browser means all AppDynamics metric in single place. Metric browser is nothing but all AppDynamics data in single place. So that also we are going to learn. And integration part, I mean how to integrate LoadRunner with AppDynamics and how to integrate Jmeter with AppDynamics, that also we are going to learn. And then there is a concept called baselining concept. I mean how AppDynamics is learning from the previous data. Okay, learning from the previous data, and it is actually provide you a trend. Okay, say like yesterday's data or last week data, it is actually going to learn, and with that learning it is actually going to provide how the data should be in the next future. Okay, so that is actually called as baselining. That also we are going to learn, and certain tips and tricks and then real world examples we are going to learn in this course journey. Okay, so in a detailed way we are going to learn this tool. Okay, with practical example, with interview related questions, and real time what is actually happening in the industry. All those things we are going to learn this. I'll take a pass here. Any question till now? Yeah, so those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir. This is Kumar sir number. Okay, I'm pasting in the chat also, you guys can take it. Okay, this is Kumar sir number. This is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information, something related to course content, course timing, okay, fees related information, anything that you wanted to discuss, you can discuss with Kumar sir. Okay, so this is actually we are going to have this session by 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST. Okay, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST, correspondingly in other locations. Okay, US, UK, this is the timing. Okay, you guys can take a look of it. Okay, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST, correspondingly in other locations. Okay, correspondingly in other locations. I'll copy I'll copy paste this link in the chat also. You guys can take it. Okay, course content link I pasted in the chat. Yeah, Vijay, you have any question, Vijay?
Yeah. Actually, just wanted to understand the difference between AppDynamics versus Dynatrace. So, how these two tools differ from each other?
See, both are actually APM tool. Both are actually in the APM tool section, and both are actually doing similar kind of activity only. Okay, and there are customers preferring to use AppDynamics, and there are customers preferring to use Dynatrace. Okay, the customer, they are already having the Cisco product set, they'll prefer to use the AppDynamics. Okay, so other people, they'll prefer to use the Dynatrace. Functionality wise, both are actually similar tools only. Okay, maybe one or two here and there, small difference would be there, but other than that, both are actually performing the same kind of activity.
Okay. Because I just wanted to understand, because my plan is to get into Dynatrace. So if these two things, just wanted to, in case if there
Yeah,
is any features that differ from
yeah.
AppDynamics versus Dynatrace, that's why I just wanted to understand. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So, those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019952427. Okay, you can reach out to Kumar sir for any further information. I told you 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST, correspondingly in other locations. We are planning to go up to 15 hours of learning. Okay, 15 hours of learning. We are going to learn this entire tool with practical example, with real world example, and interview related questions also we are going to discuss. Okay, and we will be sharing the sample applications and everything. All these sessions are actually recorded. All these sessions are actually recorded, and all these videos we are going to share it on a daily basis. Post completion of the session, we will share the video, and all these videos you are going to have it for lifetime access. Okay, you are going to have it for lifetime access. Anytime you can watch it, wherever you feel like you need a further more clarity, you can bring it on, and then we can discuss. Because say like there are exception scenario, you have to attend your office meeting, so you are about to miss this session, means no problem, because we have the recorded video. So you can watch this video at any point of time, and then you can bring all your questions, we can discuss. Okay, and all the artifacts, sample application, sample documents and everything, we are going to share it through Google Drive. Okay, so that you can download it, and then you can set up everything in your machine, and then we can continue our learning. So videos will be shared on a daily basis through the YouTube playlist URL, and the artifacts will be shared in the Google Drive, so that you can download it and then you can make use of it. Okay, so those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. 8019952427. Okay, so we are done with the demo session today. So from tomorrow we are going to actually start our day one. Okay, we don't want to miss any topic, don't want to miss any content whatever we are discussing. We don't want to miss any important discussions, interview related questions. So we can continue from tomorrow. Okay, so day one session is actually planned tomorrow. So those who wanted to enroll for this course journey, please reach out to Kumar sir, 8019952427. And I also ping the course content in the chat. You guys can take a look of it. These are the course content we are going to learn as part of this learning. Any question, guys, till now?
We are good here.
Yeah. So thanks for the learners who joined today for evaluating us. Thanks for giving me this opportunity for sharing my knowledge and experience. I'm going to do the same in the upcoming sessions also. We are going to have a interactive session where we are going to share all our knowledge and experience. We are going to continuously learn this AppDynamics APM tool. Thanks for joining today. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.